For Luke, any tips on how to find the Linus in your life, both in mentorship and friendship sense?
Uh, uh,
Okay, we're going to Luke Cam for this. I'll see you later.
Probably don't take the route that I did,
Okay. Care to explain?
because I highly recommend not doing that to me. 'Cause, I mean, I like lied on my resume, and then
I
we
see.
had how long was our interview?
I don't
Like
know.
hours,
Yeah,
like many hours.
I think we stayed like after the office was closed.
Yeah. You had to drive me home because the buses stopped. Our interview was like legitimately like I think like 6 hours or something. And I brought like a Super Nintendo, and he was late because he's late to everything. So when us first meeting, I think he was like half an hour late or something, and I'm in school at this time, and I'm like, I was at the top of some of my classes, but I was like pretty high end in general. So I like wasn't thinking I was actually going to get the job. So I'm like, okay, well I'm going to study. It's like I need to keep my school stuff going. So by the time he comes down, I have like papers all over the place and my laptop's out and I'm working and stuff. It was honestly very unprofessional. Yeah, I don't know. I think if you can afford to, try to take some chances when you have less responsibilities.
Yeah,
It's dangerous advice, so I feel
it's tough.
worried.
I feel the same way when I talk about, something like Yvonne. Like, how do you find the Yvonne in your life? And it's like, I don't know, get really lucky.
Yeah.
Um,
Like
you know-
I tried things that were non-conventional before I tried working with you on YouTube videos. Like I had done other like weird, odd things to try to see if I could find success.
I don't know if I've ever sought out friends.
To be fair, we didn't meet by seeking out friends.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like, I think that was the question, right? Like, how do you find, I guess there was the mentorship angle.
Mentorship thing, and that could be a professional
I mean,
thing.
they asked you, but I would say being open to mentorship is a huge part of finding mentors. I found great mentors.
That's
and
fair. Yeah.
They won't keep you around if you don't listen and adapt and change and seek to better yourself. They can't change you. You have to want to change. So that's something.
Alex Steele actually has a take on that I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
Which is that you have to be worth their time. So if you want a mentor in a field, be worth their time. So like find a way to be valuable to them, and then if they're like a good person, that will be rewarded, right? So.
That actually reminds me, my badminton coach right now is like one of those people where I work really, really hard because he could just not.
Yeah.
And he could get paid by someone who has a chance to, represent, us at nationals or like internationally. He could just like train them instead. And I'm just like some over the hill, like tech guy who just wants to get better at the game. Like, yes, I'm paying, obviously he's not cheap, but he doesn't have to train me. Someone else would pay. And so I work my ass off in training. Like I go hard. I end up with my brain as tired as my body at the end of a 2-hour session because I'm just trying not to do anything wrong.
Yeah. I used to edit videos in class, and I would have to walk between classes with my laptop open in my hand, because if it was like I could close with screen on whatever, but it would like get too hot. So like literally just having the screen away from the laptop would help it, because it was like such a struggle. I mean, we've told stories about how little sleep I used to get.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't
you gotta
say
be
abuse
worth
your
the
body
time.
the way that
Yeah, I
Luke
probably
did.
went a little hard.
Yeah, but you do that.
You probably
it's kind of
I
your
do.
charm.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't have to go that far. But yeah, try to be worth their time. And you can do that in a variety of ways. You can do that the way Linus is doing with the badminton coach, of just like making it very clear that your effort level is extremely high, so that they feel like their investment in you is worth something.
Yeah, because good teachers don't teach for money. Good teachers love to teach. And love that they can make money and live comfortably by doing what they're passionate about. It's like it's that whole thing. Find a job you love and never work another day in your life or whatever.
It's not
right? Like,
rewarding to teach someone who's just not paying attention or caring.
No, it's so demoralizing.
Yeah. So
absolutely demoralizing.
Care a lot, try really hard, and understand that things might be uncomfortable or not like the absolute most beneficial, but make sure that you're choosing the right person so that it will be beneficial eventually, if you know what I mean.
Okay, hold on. People are taking exception with my whole being over the hill. From a professional athletics standpoint, yeah, 35 is pretty over the hill. Over the hill is relative. Like esports, you hit 25. What are you doing? What are you doing here, old man?
Yeah.
Like it's your reflexes are just not as good.
What is it? I surprised someone with this the other day. What age does your reaction time slow down? 24.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry. Every day I get slower and dumber.
I can feel it in FPS
and
games.
weaker.
And I know, I had this conversation recently. I know I don't play FPS games as much as I used to, stuff like that. Like that's definitely part of it, but I can feel it. I can't twitch like I used to be able to. Like it just doesn't happen as fast. Like it's not that I don't play the games as much. It's just the connection is just not as good as it used to be. It just isn't. And that's fine, but like I'm not going to be able to be as good as I used to be, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Like it's fine.
You'll probably still do okay at the LAN. You can carry me, okay?
Okay.
Thanks for watching, and thanks to mechanicalkeyboards.com for sponsoring this week's clips. Mechanicalkeyboards.com has a ton of keyboards, switches, keycaps, and more, all from brands you know and love. Check them out and use code LTT using the link in the video description.